The Florida Gators have just secured the NCAA March Madness Tournament title, and the significance of this victory is undeniable. This monumental achievement has stirred up excitement not only among Gators fans, but also across the college basketball landscape. It marks another chapter in Florida's basketball history, a testament to the program's strength and potential. As the team celebrated their victory, the atmosphere was electric, but among the many exciting moments, one individual stood out. A prominent Florida alumnus, whose presence in the stands didn't go unnoticed, was there to witness his former school achieve this incredible feat. What caught everyone's attention, however, was the subtle hint he dropped regarding his future in the NBA. He didn't explicitly announce anything, but there were enough clues to suggest that he is far from being ready to walk away from the game. This raises an important question. Could he be considering retirement, or is he planning to continue his career? With his history of playing at the highest level, it's safe to say his every move will be under scrutiny. The future of this star, now nearing the end of his career, has become a focal point, and it's a topic that we'll delve deeper into throughout the conversation. As the NCAA tournament concluded, the eyes of basketball fans began to shift toward the professional game. The NBA season is drawing to a close, and with the playoffs fast approaching, the excitement is building for what could be an unforgettable postseason. With the top teams jostling for position in the standings, there's talk of possible matchups that could send shockwaves through the league. One of the leading teams is currently sitting comfortably in second place in the Eastern Conference, while the New York Knicks have made a strong push and now sit in third. Fans of these two franchises are eagerly awaiting what promises to be an intense clash in the playoffs. Will the Knicks be able to pull off a surprise, or will the top team in the East show their dominance? With the postseason fast approaching, every game becomes more significant, and the race for playoff positioning has never been more thrilling. Meanwhile, in the world of YouTube, there's been a noticeable surge in subscriber numbers. This month, the channel surpassed a rival in terms of subscribers, a milestone that is being celebrated by the team. Surpassing this competitor by over 100 subscribers is a positive sign, but the competition is fierce, and it's clear that the work isn't done yet. To keep growing, the channel must continue to engage with its audience and build on this momentum. The battle for subscriber numbers is ongoing, and with so many channels competing for attention, every new subscriber counts. In the world of professional basketball, the focus is shifting to one particular veteran player who has been a cornerstone of his team for many years. As he approaches free agency next season, questions are being asked about his future in the league. At 38 years old and a father of 5, the possibility of retirement is looming large for this player. Could he be nearing the end of his career? Despite his age, however, his recent performances suggest that he is still very much capable of playing at a high level. He has been a key contributor for his team, ranking third in plus-minus over the past few months. His defensive skills remain sharp, and he's been a solid presence on the offensive end as well. Perhaps most notably, his three-point shooting has improved significantly compared to earlier years, indicating that he may still have a few productive seasons left in the tank. It's a fascinating situation, and it's clear that his future will be a major talking point as the offseason approaches. Adding another layer to the discussion is the recent performance of a standout athlete during the March Madness tournament. This player, whose skills were on full display throughout the tournament, has been the subject of much speculation regarding his future in the NBA. With his impressive showing in the tournament, many are wondering if an NBA team might take a chance on him in the upcoming draft. The buzz surrounding his potential is growing, and with reports suggesting that he could be a viable option for a select team, it's clear that he has caught the attention of scouts and analysts alike. His performance in the tournament certainly turned heads, and there's a real possibility that he could hear his name called during the draft. As the NBA season heads toward its conclusion, the question of whether certain veteran players will return for another year remains a major talking point. Among these veterans is a player who has been a fixture in the league for over 2 decades. Known for his leadership and basketball IQ, this player has seen it all, and his wealth of experience has made him a valuable asset to his team. Recently, he was spotted attending the national championship game to support his alma mater, and the opportunity to discuss his career was too good to pass up. During his appearance, the veteran was asked about the younger generation of players coming into the league, and he offered some insightful thoughts about what it takes to succeed in today's NBA. His reflections on the championship game were also telling, as he shared his excitement about the future of the league and expressed a keen interest in the rising stars who will be joining the professional ranks. He even hinted at the possibility of facing off against these players in the NBA next season, suggesting that one of the standout athletes from the championship game might end up joining his team. One of the most notable figures in the NBA right now is Al Horford, who has been a mainstay in the league for nearly 2 decades. Recently, Horford made a statement that has sparked significant conversation. He confirmed that he intends to play in the NBA next season, despite being 39 years old. His announcement has sent a clear message to the basketball world. Horford is far from done. Given his remarkable consistency and the level of performance he continues to deliver, it's not surprising that he is eager to return for another season. His leadership on and off the court has been invaluable to his team, and his experience is something that many younger players can benefit from. As Horford's statement about his plans for next season has raised an interesting possibility. What if he were to play alongside a rising star like Walter Clayton Jr.? Clayton, a standout player from the University of Florida, has been making waves with his exceptional performances in March Madness. The idea of Horford and Clayton playing together on the same team is intriguing. The veteran's leadership and defensive prowess could complement Clayton's scoring ability and playmaking skills. It would be a dynamic partnership that could benefit both players, and the potential to form a strong chemistry between them is something that would excite any team. Horford's mentorship could be invaluable to Clayton as he transitions to the professional level, and with their shared Florida background, the connection between them could be the perfect recipe for success. However, this scenario would depend on whether Clayton is available during the draft and whether the team is in a position to select him. As the draft draws closer, the conversation about Clayton's future in the NBA will continue to heat up. So, what would it take for Walter Clayton Jr. to end up in the NBA next year? The answer to that question is still unfolding. But as the draft approaches, teams are closely evaluating the best prospects. Clayton's performance during the NCAA tournament has certainly put him on the radar, and it's possible that he could be selected earlier than expected. But for now, the focus remains on how the teams will position themselves in the draft and whether Clayton's skills will be enough to make him a first-round pick. As the days go by, the excitement around the draft will only grow, and it's clear that Walter Clayton Jr. is a name to watch. His performance in March Madness has certainly raised his stock, and it will be interesting to see where he lands when the NBA draft takes place. The coming weeks will be crucial for both veteran players like Al Horford and young prospects like Walter Clayton Jr. With the NBA playoffs around the corner and the draft fast approaching, basketball fans are in for an exciting few months. It's a time when futures are determined, and the course of careers can take unexpected turns. As the league continues to evolve, it will be fascinating to see how these players and their teams navigate the challenges ahead. As the NBA offseason approaches, all eyes will be on the draft and free agency, where decisions will have the potential to reshape teams for the future. Walter Clayton Jr.'s performance in the NCAA tournament has certainly put him on the radar of scouts, and the buzz around him is palpable. His standout play, especially his ability to perform in high-pressure moments, makes him a player to watch when the draft finally arrives. His three-point shooting, which was nothing short of exceptional during March Madness, is a key aspect of his game that could make him a valuable asset to any NBA team. Additionally, his ability to create opportunities for others and his overall basketball IQ are qualities that NBA teams are constantly looking for in young players. One of the most exciting aspects of the draft process is the potential for surprising picks. While Clayton may have initially been viewed as a late first-round or early second-round selection, his recent performances could push him up the board. The draft is a fluid process, and teams may shift their focus based on how prospects perform leading up to the big day. For teams in need of a reliable shooter and a player who can contribute immediately, Clayton might just be the player to keep an eye on. His ability to adapt to the collegiate game and perform at a high level has proven that he can handle the pressure, and that will certainly work in his favor as the draft approaches. On the other hand, The veterans like Al Horford, whose future in the NBA is still very much in the air, will continue to command attention. His leadership and on-court performance have been key for his current team, and despite his age, Horford remains one of the most dependable players in the league. His experience is invaluable, and even at 39, his skills have not diminished. It's evident that his decision to continue playing is not only about passion, but also about his belief that he can still make a significant impact. As the offseason approaches, many will wonder if he will stay with his current team or test free agency for a fresh opportunity. Whatever the outcome, Horford's presence will continue to be a valuable asset for any team he plays for. For teams like the Boston Celtics, where Horford's future hangs in the balance, there's a sense of urgency to make the right moves. With a mix of veteran leadership and young, hungry talent, the Celtics are well-positioned to make a deep playoff run this year. However, how they manage their roster in the offseason, particularly when it comes to deciding whether to keep a player like Horford, could determine the trajectory of the team for years to come. If Horford does return, it will add another layer of stability to a squad that already boasts one of the most promising young cores in the league. Whether or not he continues his career for another season, one thing is certain. His influence on the game, both on and off the court, is far from over. The next few months will be critical as the NBA prepares for a summer full of exciting possibilities. Teams will make crucial decisions about their rosters, and players like Clayton and Horford will be at the center of the conversation. For fans, it's a time of anticipation and excitement, as they eagerly await to see how their favorite teams will shape their future. Whether it's the potential rise of a young star or the continued brilliance of a seasoned veteran, the offseason promises to be a thrilling ride. As the days go by, one thing is clear. The NBA never stops evolving, and the best is yet to come. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NBA, the Boston Celtics are making an audacious bid to land Kevin Durant, one of the game's most decorated and dynamic scorers. Whispers turned into roars this week as sources confirmed the Celtics have launched a serious campaign to pry Durant away from Phoenix, signaling their intent to go all in for championship glory. With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown already anchoring the lineup, the potential arrival of KD could transform Boston into a juggernaut, one with an eye not just on banners, but on dynasty. Durant's resume reads like basketball royalty: two-time NBA champion, league MVP, four-time scoring champ, and Olympic gold medalist, 4 times over. He recently became just the 8th player in NBA history to eclipse 30,000 career points, and continues to defy the constraints of age and injury. Even in a season marked by setbacks, including a nagging calf strain and a sprained ankle, Durant has dazzled, posting multiple 40-point performances and earning yet another All-Star start. For Boston, this isn't just a signing, it's a statement. Behind the scenes, Celtics GM Brad Stevens is reportedly orchestrating an aggressive trade package centered around draft capital and key rotational players. The idea is clear. Bring in a transcendent scorer who can complement the playmaking of Tatum and the tenacity of Brown, creating a three-headed monster build for the postseason. Durant's veteran presence and proven clutch gene may be exactly what the Celtics need to get over the hump after recent playoff heartbreaks. But with great reward comes great risk. Durant's injury history is well documented, and questions swirl about his long-term durability. Integrating a superstar mid-season, especially one with such a ball-dominant style, is no small feat still. The Celtics brass appears undeterred, confident that the gamble could yield a banner in the rafters of TD Garden. For a franchise steeped in championship history, that's a price worth paying. If the deal goes through, it would mark one of the boldest trade moves in Celtics history, perhaps rivaling the acquisitions of Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen back in 2007. Whether it leads to instant glory or becomes a cautionary tale, one thing is certain. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.